Yo, what's really good though? It's your girl Yezzi, Yezzir.
And it's your girl Egg. Well, you done know already.
And you are listening or watching Hey Sis.
Where we talk about our opinions, we drop gems,
Okay.
we give you knowledge. And if you don't like what we've got to say, you already know what I'm going to say. Yes, what I'm going to say.
You're going to tell them to
Kick rocks.
Okay. Now listen, we are here for an episode to talk about a saying that we've all come across. And it is basically, is blood really thicker than water? But we're going to give you some background on the original way of saying it, which is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, meaning the family you choose is stronger than the one you're born into. Let's talk about it.
Yes. Yes, it is. In some senses, like when your family is toxic, when it's unhealthy, yes, it is thicker, because at the end of the day, like if you're in a toxic family, no, you shouldn't stay in there. And it's just because you're found, because it's blood, doesn't mean you should be allowed to just tolerate BS. Because what? So if your family's abusive, I'm supposed to be, oh yeah, blood is thicker than water though. No, your family's abusive. Like, get the hell out. I'm sorry, but no.
And there's some families, they raise you to think, you know, no matter what, it's your family, forgive them. But if there's one thing I've learned, you cannot force relationships.
No,
you can't force relationships. There's one thing about your immediate family, but people try and force relationships with cousins and aunties and uncles. And you know what? It's okay to not get along with everybody. I mean, at the very least, you can tolerate members of your family, but I beg, it's not by force.
No, it's definitely not by force, because at the end of the day, if we don't get on, we don't get on. That's just the reality. Because I know people who, that's my family, but they don't get on. They don't talk. Like, they're not friends. They don't hang out. They don't like being around them. They're only around them when it's by force.
And you don't want a one-sided relationship with family members. No. That feels like crap.
Yeah.
Because if you're reaching out to people, let's just say now more people are not together in the sense of the same borough, so you're living in different countries. If you find yourself calling them more or messaging them more and making an effort, like the saying goes, you choose your family.
Yeah, because you can have people that you met in the walks of life that treat you better and are there for you much more than people that you call blood. Yeah. Blood is just something that, like, it's, yes, that's a part of like your lineage and stuff like that, but it doesn't necessarily mean just because you're blood that, I should be owing you this kind of love and respect and stuff like that. Because as I said before, that if you're toxic, you're toxic.
Straight.
If you're blood or not.
No, straight.
Period, point blank. Like, especially when we keep talking back to, like, with some people, especially like with slavery and back in the day, it's like your whole bloodline is in mix up as well. Because remember, there used to be inbreeding, because they used to force that.
But you know what it is, as well, I will say that when we're talking about moving away, you got a lot of people that are immigrants, a lot of people that have settled in different countries. They don't have the option of saying, I want to keep myself exclusively for my family. There are a lot of people that came over in 60s, 70s, 80s, that have to start all over again. They don't have sisters and brothers, and they have to create a family, because this is a situation I'm in right now. I want a better life for myself. So if anything, families now become a luxury.
In some ways it really has, because it's like not everyone wants that as well, especially if you've moved here. Like, let's say like your parents move here and like they have 2 kids maximum, if anything, and then one might have kids, one might not. So then you get with a relationship, but you don't have kids. It's like, it's not by force to continuously keep that bloodline going, as some people move for life, because there is that responsibility of gotta keep the bloodline flowing, gotta keep the
and that's
going.
A pressure in itself as well.
Because it's like, bro, like, no offense, but who said I want to have kids?
Ooh.
Who said I want to get married?
Talk about it.
Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like you're putting all this pressure and these goals that you have, because the thing is, again, as we talked about before, like many times, it's like back in the day, there's a lot of things that people did because they had no choice. And some people,
and life is about
families,
choices.
Exactly, build families and all of these things with people they didn't even like, people that didn't even tolerate
for the sake of procreating.
Exactly. So it's like your existence here is based off because people were created over not wanting
survival.
Survival. Survival. So it's like, no, like, family is a luxury, and some people, I'm not being funny, but some people don't even not be funny, but some people don't deserve to have a family, like to have kids, to procreate.
Yeah, not everybody's supposed to.
Not everybody's supposed to. I'm sorry, but some people are toxic as hell.
You got to make an executive decision in your life to know whether or not, am I really in a fit state to have kids or to have a family? Because these are people that you're going to influence on a day-to-day basis, your energy in a room.
And more people are having kids too as well, and they're just kind of moving reckless, but it's a whole different conversation.
Oh, it is. Well, you know, we got the episodes for them.
Exactly.
So we'll definitely delve into that, because there was this video that I saw circulating on Instagram, and this girl was like, oh my God, London is such a depressing place. People aren't friendly. And I'm assuming this is someone that thought she could, you know, have a family, home away from home type of thing. Is London a depressing place though? Or is every city like that?
I ain't gonna lie, London is depressing though. Bad vibes. I'm not gonna lie. It can give off bad vibes though. Because of the way we carry on with ourselves. It's like sometimes I'm just like, why do we do this? Like, why do we move like this? It can be kind of bad vibes.
Maybe it's a city thing, because I'm going to assume most cities are the same. Anywhere that you have an epicenter to being a place of money making.
But I just feel like London is very much like bad vibes.
So wouldn't London be similar to New York though?
I wouldn't know, because I don't live in New York and I haven't actually visited New York. I only know like New Yorkers and stuff, like people from there. But I mean, again, because they moved here, so it's a bit different. They seem more merry, they seem more welcoming, they seem more like willing to talk to people and stuff. That's the thing.
When you're foreign, but when you're like a foreigner, I guess you're gonna feel like a fish out of water. Okay, let me just when in Rome type of thing. Because I've been to New York, and looking at the aesthetic of New York is very similar to London. Like I even said, if I was gonna move, it's not gonna be New York, because it'll be like I'm just living in London again. The city, the hustle and bustle, everyone being there for the reason of making money. I think the attitude is going to be the same across the board.
I feel like certain things are going to be similar, but I also think certain things won't be, because again as well, New York is actually massive as well. It's actually massive. And my sister told me like how it's divided, because remember it's just like a whole state. The
divisions, uptown, downtown.
Like, it can be like a whole country,
all the boroughs.
Exactly.
I know.
So it's like, yes, the whole concept of money making, when I like cities, like when I go to Kenya, Nairobi, trying to make the money, trying to hustle, trying to do your thing. Yes, that concept is there. However, how we treat one another, how we receive other people, how we move with certain ways, that's where the kind of differences I feel like can come in. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like London sometimes it's like
mad anti-social.
Everyone wants to act like they know what they're doing and know this and that, when you're actually not surviving, you're struggling. We're all struggling.
Hustling.
Hustling and that. And I just like, even like when it comes to showing love, it's very hard for people to show love to other.
But you know what? Maybe that's just a British thing, because British people are known for being quite prude, in a sense of we're not outwardly like our, you know, cousins across the oceans, Americans. Like we're not the type of audience to be like, oh my God, like we're not emotionally wise. British people are historically known to be quite calm, very coy, which we should stop. Only because it doesn't breed an environment of happy people. Like unless you come out of London, and you know what's so funny, there's a big difference when you're in London and you're outside of London, where things like eye contact aren't uncomfortable, or saying good morning to somebody.
But that's what I'm saying. So is it just a British thing, or is it also just also very much like a London thing? Because when you meet people from outside of London, up north and stuff, they're much more friendly.
It's the environment.
Nicer.
It's the environment.
So
I gotta say it.
It's like they're nicer. They're much more willing to get to know people.
They are.
And stuff
100.
like that. And it's nice. It's refreshing. Even though I live in London, I love it. Like I'm here for it. Like like let's have good vibes and stuff. Like London's is just very much like robots. I'm trying to get to work, to the money, to the people, to the. Do you know what I mean? You see someone in help, no, not my problem. Keep it going.
Because you think they want something from you. Like if someone stops you, you're thinking, okay, is it a beggar? Is it a drug addict?
But even it's little things that help each other. Like for example, like I see sometimes where like women would have buggies by themselves. I see men, and they'll be going up the stairs. Men will navigate themselves around the woman with the buggy, struggling to go up the stairs.
I've not seen that.
To go mind their business and go where they need to go. Many times I have been the one to be.
Which line is that? The Jubilee line is hella friendly. Shout out to my people on the Jubilee line.
Maybe because it's the more money line.
People are happier on the Jubilee line
because they make more coins.
I've not seen. I will say with the buggy thing, I've always seen people go, "Oh, can I help you with that?" Or just assume to help.
More times when I see those situations happen with buggies, with suitcases and stuff like that,
yeah,
it tends to be women more helping other women out.
Oh, okay.
As opposed to when I see men actually, I've genuinely witnessed men just literally be like,
you know what I've witnessed though?
Where did you come from?
You see the buggy thing I've not seen, but the thing that I've seen that makes me go is on the train.
Yeah.
When you'll see maybe a woman with a child or a pregnant woman, and everyone's kind of like, to the guy that we know he should give up his seat, and he's kind of like on his phone. It's like, don't do that.
He's pretending he's
don't do that
or something like that.
Yeah,
I see that a lot, and then I'm just like.
And in Dubai, that's not the case. In Dubai, all the men stand up. Every single woman has to sit down. Like, no, not a single woman stands up if a man is in a seat.
Imagine.
A man can only sit down if every woman is seated.
Could never be London. Must be nice. Must be nice because it can never be London. Could never be London. The way they move, they will want you with your broken legs.
Nice man, but that's that crutches, city. That's that jungle balance, city.
Yeah, whilst the train is moving and holding the pole, and they will just be like, "Huh."
It's true though.
Peak.
But that's that jungle city, that concrete jungle, yeah.
But I also think it's about training. It's about like learning about how you treat others and stuff like that. Because it's like, as you said, if it's in Dubai, let's have money making place, honey. People.
But that's led by religion. That's a place led by religion.
Yeah, but so I'm saying it's like places are also led by religion. Like there's different places that it's like there's certain norms that are created that like yes, this is this and this is that.
I mean, we can do a good queue. That's what that's about.
That's what cue just about, because people will still be in your ear. Even in the Panasonic, people are still standing next to your ear. Like, give me space back up. I don't know you.
That's true. But there's some people, you lot that don't know about social distancing. Even before social distancing came, a lot of people don't know the concept of personal space.
No. In fact, I know a few Americans in my workplace that have said that they've noticed that. They've noticed that
disgraceful. You hear that?
That we as the Brits, like, or Londoners, they're like, you don't know what personal space is. Like, people will literally just be.
The tube is the worst example though, to represent us and our sense of personal space. We got to do something about that though. You know, when obviously COVID first came out, people weren't really taking the tube and stuff, and there was loads of space. But now it's like everyone's back bumper to bumper, like nothing happened.
Yup, all up in your space, all up in your ear, chewing away. Put hot breath in your ear.
I avoid the tube at all costs. If I'm taking the tube, it's only to get into central London, and that's because I have to be there within congestion charge times. Otherwise, I will wait till. Is it still after 10 or is it changed now? I don't know. Is it still after 10? See, I'll wait. I'll firm it until February. You got the countdown going. It's not worth it, man. And also public transport, I go on it once, I got a cold, it's all long. I don't need that stress. So just like my friends and my family, I will pick the transport that I go on. Because
you have to. And yes, again, friends can be those. Going back to it, friends can be like your family, because they are the family. As people say, friends are the family you choose. Yeah. So it's like, choose them wisely, because certain people, like if you're saying, oh yeah, I've known you since Quay, whatever, and you're with them, the way they move and stuff will affect you. It will also influence you. It can either bring you up or bring you down.
But you know what? Have you ever heard those people that go, but you know what? Friends are temporary. Family's gonna be there forever.
Yeah, that's only as if you got like a healthy family.
It's like you say this like it's a threat, but it's about the quality of your family.
Because family ain't gonna be here forever, but if your family is toxic, mate, good luck.
Like I'm not at a loss.
Who are you gonna cry to about when your family's being toxic? To your family?
That's the thing, because all family do is they just blindsided. They're like, but you know, it's a family.
And they think because they're family, it's okay to do certain things, don't you think? I feel like sometimes families take that liberties and things. But I'm family, so I can do that and get away with it because I am blood. And it's like, no, you will get sided out right now, just same way like a friend. I don't give a heck.
Yeah, you don't have to talk. You don't have to be in spaces where you're constantly undermined, disrespected, undervalued, because there's a lot of family members, they take advantage of your reliability. They
always know you're always gonna be there.
Whenever
they need. become like, say, you're Batman.
Like you're Batman,
Pull out the signal and you're there.
No, but that's what it is, yeah. And growing up, yeah, you watch this girls, I'm done. Growing up, yeah, you watch your mums, you watch your aunties, you watch dads, uncles, yeah, that will go all out for family abroad. Yeah. Let's just say, for example, yeah. And obviously, there's only so much you can do if you're not in the same circumstances as your family members. Yeah. But you notice that all they're doing is sucking them dry.
Yeah.
And then, growing up, you'd be like, oh, like, why do you keep doing so much or going so hard for family members? And then they're just like, well, that's what we were taught. Yeah. You just look after your family till death do you part type of thing.
Yep.
But even when you're not good, you keep picking them.
Yep.
But do they still have you at the same regard?
This is the thing. That's why I say, like, I'm sorry, just because your family doesn't mean that you can get to do or to get away with certain things. Because it's like, more time than not, you find yourself, you're always looking out for them and picking them up and da-da-da-da, even when you're down. But when you need that, especially if you live abroad, if you live in
it's always in those situations, isn't it?
Because they think that we're all well off and we're good and we're making money and we're sitting and sipping tea with the Queen every other evening. You know what I mean?
With some crumpets.
Like, with some crumpets. Like, no, that's not how it works, bro. Like, yes, life is different in a sense of we seem like well off because we've got stuff like contracts. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just organized.
It's organized, yeah. We're much more organized in how we want people to spend money and all that stuff. However, we're still struggling here, same way you're struggling at home. I'm struggling here. Yeah. It's just that I might have more opportunities to kind of climb up, or I got same 24 hours.
I was so waiting, yeah. The whole season's gonna be riddled with this, yeah. But no. But it's true. Yeah. It's true. It's a struggle. Everyone's got a struggle, but it's a different type of struggle. Yes. It's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like people take advantage and just think, like, sometimes you go back home and people are expecting you to bring an iPhone, to bring the latest camera, to bring the latest, I don't know, flipping PlayStation, to bring Gucci, to bring Prada, to bring Balenciaga, and you're like, my G, I can just about pay for my contract. And I'm doing that on a monthly basis on a certain amount. Yep. Like, you don't know what I'm actually going through. Yeah. You think that I can afford all these things. Sometimes, and they don't realize that even also people wear a lot of fake stuff. Same way you can get fakes in Africa.
What mix and match,
or in the Caribbean or whatever you are. Yeah. You can get a fake. It's just that sometimes you can get a better fakes here than you can get back home. Because they're better. The people who are better at creating fakes here than back home. But sometimes it's fakes. It's like, just because I live here doesn't mean I'm balling, bro. Yeah. Because if you came and then tried to survive in this, you realize, all right, like, yes, you may be able to be provided with some sort of home. Yeah. As opposed to back home. So for some people, however, I'm still struggling.
That's the thing,
struggling. And people will disrespect, especially, and so even when it comes to like family members who are sexually abusive. Yeah. Some people tell other family members, they tell their parents, they tell their uncles, they tell whatever they need to tell. Yeah. And it's like, okay, but it's dismissed. It's pushed under the rug. It's like, okay, well, that's your uncle. So don't ever cut them out of your life. And it's like, are you dumb? Yep. Stupid?
That's
dumb.
You see that stuff, yeah? That's the beginning of the end, because there's situations where you'll have like a parent knew their child was a suicide bomber, but because it's their child, they thought, I think they can change. But if it was a stranger off the street, you wouldn't waste any time to call the authorities and say, this is going on down the road.
We got a threat.
No, literally. Like, why do we make allowances because of the proximity we have with that person? And it's not to say, we want to go out of our way to not have the family we've been given, because we've been given them for a reason, but we got to call it out when we have to call it out. Because, okay, even if you got a family member you're not as well off as them, yeah, because that's what everyone's going to assume. It's a money thing. When it's not always a money thing, there's nothing wrong with saying, yo, cuz or sis or bro, how can I support you? In what way, in my capacity, can I support you? Yeah. And has anyone ever been asked that? Exactly. Or everyone is like, there's even been functions, where certain family members don't come to it because they're like, I ain't got nothing to give, or I'm not gonna look like I'm doing very well. Yeah.
Because you're coming in to be slaughtered, basically, to put in the slaughter, and people to ridicule you, to judge you, to say, okay, well, why are you here then? And it's like, really, that's why I say friends are coming to play, because
their love is pure, man.
Day, it's like some of these people that you're dying hard for, you don't even talk to. You don't actually know who they are. You don't know who they are. Like, I'm lucky and blessed to like be friends with my cousins as well as my siblings. So we were actually hang out. We spend time. We get to know each other. We question each other. Do you know what I'm saying? On all these things. But it's like there's so many people you're out here helping. You don't know what they're doing. Yeah. You don't know how they are. But there will be. I need about £1,000 because I have this is happening. You're thinking, bro, I don't even have £1,000. I have 100 okay in my account. You're asking for 1,000.
Hold on, yeah. We're talking weddings now. You're getting a list together. Is everyone getting invited, family wise?
From my mum's side of the family.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean from what I'm thinking. Pretty sure, like, yeah. Everyone's getting invited.
From your mum's side?
I mean, everyone with the slight one or two that you're just like...
So are there going to be some people that you feel like you're going to have to swallow and be like...
because some people, you always get the aunties or uncles that are just kind of like... want to have the 2 pence in there.
Don't they all?
Exactly. So you're just kind of like... Alright, cool. But like, try me and I'll check you.
Or on the day.
I feel no. It's one thing I think my family members know. I feel no type of way of checking anybody.
Nice.
Everybody gets treated the same way, because you know what? Yeah, in this one life, I must enjoy myself.
You must. Yeah. You must enjoy.
Exactly. Let's do easy. Thank you very much.
You must enjoy it.
It's not me.
Yeah,
It's not me.
Cheers and not drink.
Yeah, because I got a speck left. Don't call me out. Check him.
I'm not gonna lie. I drank a lot of jokes, and it's just fini.
How you gonna call us out like that?
Listen, pouring. It's not even thinking. Oh, let me pour you guys some drinks for you to cheers. You're just speaking in the background. You see, men inputting for what reason? They don't help. Just talking. Yappa.
She's abusing the camera.
I'm joking.
Listen, water. Yes, water's good for you.
Water?
No, water's good for you. But listen. Before we go, we're talking about, is blood really thicker than water? So what's the final takeaways for the people when it comes to that? The alcohol's thicker than everything. But listen. I'll say, in regards to blood being thicker than water, no. I mean, that is a very archaic mind frame. Gone are the days when it was like that. I mean, in an ideal world, that would be nice, but we have to do a mixture of the two. You have your family, you work with your family, and you manage them. Because you're going to have a family made up of different personalities. But you are more than welcome to pick in friends who are like family to you, because the world is changing. We don't all have the luxury of living next to our grandma, cousin, aunt and uncle. So when we find ourselves in these situations, it's okay to draw close to people that we don't share the same blood with.
This is it. And I think that statement is very, very toxic and manipulative, because you're really trying to send like a type of a narrative, a specific narrative, so that people could continuously keep living thinking that blood is thicker than water. No, it's not. Okay, toxic
as hell.
Period. And that's my takeaway, please.
Of course. Listen, guys, don't be shy. Before you go, make sure that you like, subscribe, leave comments down below. Don't be shy. And we got all the links down below to check out the latest projects that we're doing, because we do a lot and we do it very well.
Period. And you've been watching Hey Sis, stay blessed.
Okay.